Welcome to Blue Tinted Glasses, the home of Leicester City talk on YouTube. Fan debates, live watch-alongs, post-match reactions, and all the Foxes banter you could ask for. Subscribe now and see the game through Blue Tinted Glasses.
Just into race clear. He's got Jamie Vardy with him. Jamie Vardy sets off. Jamie Vardy! Back here for Darwin. Oh, he scored! An absolute belter! That is trademark Abdul Fattahwood.
This one into the box. Nugent over the top. Oh, what a goal! David Nugent's just scored a beauty. He's made Forest look like fools.
Premier League champions 2016. The amazing Leicester City.
Good afternoon, good evening everybody. Welcome back to Blue Tinted Glasses. Hope you're all doing well. It is Monday night and it means it's time for the call-in show. Looking forward to this one. It's been a while. Obviously I don't do it every week anymore, but I do it as much as I can. So hope you're all doing well. Make sure to get all your comments in if you're not calling in. If you do fancy calling in, maybe it's your first time, maybe you've never called in before. Click the link down there. It's in the description of the video. It's in the live chat there as well. You can come and have a chat about whatever you want. Literally anything you want Leicester City related. Okay, let's see who's here. Loomsy is here. Hello to you, mate. Ray, happy Victory Monday. Yeah, of course, we won a game of football. And we won in style. What a game that was. Evening, chappers, mate. Hope you're doing well. Frankie, hello, Raiders, to the Arc Raider players out there. Azola, good evening, all. Good evening to Kunal. That goal by Fattah is my highlight of the season so far. Wolf, evening, Locks. Hope you're doing well. Mitch, James Goodwin walked past you near the Holiday Inn at the Crossing. Did you really? When was that? Was that when after the game on Saturday? Like when I was leaving? Let me know. But you should have come and said hello, mate. Should have come and said hello. Boggy, evening all. It was well funny. Let me tell you a story from Saturday, right? Me and Graham were walking back from the game and this guy recognised Graham's voice. So he kind of like got involved in the conversation. It became a three-way conversation. And it took this guy like 10 minutes to realise I was locked because he didn't realise. And then I was like, thank God he didn't slag me off. That would have been funny. I did have a HUD on, but no, he was saying he recognised Graham's voice. He must have had a very distinctive. He must have a distinctive voice. Before the game, okay, Mitch. All right, nice one. So what? When we were all together, I'm guessing, Mitch. You should have said hello, mate. Dawn, good evening to you all. To all, good evening to you, Dawn. Hope you're well. Blue Fox forever, evening. Ethan's mom has got it going on. She's here. Hello, hope you're doing well. Boggy, hello Boggy. He'll be here soon, hopefully. I sent him the link, so he'll be here soon. And there we go. Right, we've got a few callers already waiting. So that's good stuff. I'm just gonna see what's this. Oh shit. Okay. Brilliant. Right, let's get ready for the first caller. It's going to be Charles from the Dallas Foxes. So get ready, Charles. Oliver Skip is better than Winks in terms of going forward right now. I mean, who's going to talk about Skip? Who wants to talk about Skip? Let us know because I want to talk about Skip. Wow, what a turnaround. Right, let's press that and let's press that. Hello, Charles. What's going on, mate? Can't hear you. No, still can't hear you. Is it just me? No, we can't hear you. Oh, I got a bit of noise, but it wasn't your voice. We'll give you a second, Charles. No, nothing, mate. Come out and come back in, Charles. Come out and come back in. That might fix it. That normally works. Okay, let's go to instead straight to Adam. Let's go to Adam. Just a sec, Adam, mate. Where are you? There you are. Here he is. Oh, is he there? He is here. Are you ready, Adam? Thumbs up if you're ready. Adam, you ready? No? Bloody hell, what's going on? Adam, are you ready? Thumbs up. No, he's not ready. He's not ready. I'll come to somebody different in just a second. There was another comment I wanted to bring up as well. Where is it? I've lost it. Or the hat. What do you mean the hat? Or the hat? I don't think I wasn't wearing a hat. Adam, are you there, mate? No, I ain't got him. Hello? You got me?
I can't hear you.
No worries. Well, this is a great start, isn't it? Right, we're going to Ryan. Ryan can hear me. I know Ryan can hear me. Ryan can always hear me. Here he is. What's going on, mate?
Hello, Locks. What a great start.
I know, terrible start, mate. Two people who don't know how to work the bloody sound, eh? Two people who don't know how to work the sound. What's going on? How's things, mate?
I'm all good. Always good to get a brilliant win on Saturday. Brilliant. How was it down there?
It was good stuff. It was good fun, man. Yeah, it was good. It was good fun. Good game to be part of. I mean, the last game I went to was obviously Blackburn a few weeks ago, and that was that was horrific. But yeah, it was good to be there for that one. Obviously, I think we needed that. We needed a comfortable win, and a kind of performance that lasts longer than 45 minutes, and I think we got that.
Yes, we did. I must admit, I think that was by far, I think this season, our best performance we put in. We've been calling for close to a 90-minute performance. You're not going to get that all the time, but I think on Saturday we definitely got that. And so Skip was definitely outstanding. I totally agree. I thought by far his best performance in midfield. BY.TO, unbelievable finish. I don't think you expected to see a 65-yard lob from inside his own half. I mean, that was just absolutely amazing. I was there for the Joey Johnson one against Hull all those years ago, 2006. That was bang on the halfway line, really. But I think this one of the weekend was even better because it was fifth further out, and the technique on it as well was brilliant.
I feel like the Joey Johnson one is like that's a goal that like for years people have like looked at every now and then, or like they're showing their mates or they're showing someone like look at this. And Fatawu's goal is now one of them, Ryan. Fatawu's goal is now going to be a goal that fans go back to for years to come. Do you know what I mean?
Definitely. Yeah, it'll be talked about for a long, long, long time as one of the greatest goals you ever see. And it got certain other people in the national press talking about it as well. And it was that good of a goal. It's just one of those rare things you'll hardly ever see. You go back to the Wayne Rooney against West Ham and David Beckham all those years ago against Wimbledon and that kind of thing. It's just absolutely brilliant to witness that. And you're very lucky to have seen that right in front of you. I think it's brilliant. Fantastic.
You know who didn't see it? Graham went down for a Bovril. So he missed
Oh,
it.
No. Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
So he just missed it, unfortunately. He got to see it on the screen down in the concourse, but he missed it, which is a shame. But it was great. And Bobby Reed's goal as well. That was a cracker on its own. That was incredible.
That was a brilliant finish. It just went straight into the bottom top corner wherever he went. It was a brilliant effort from, I think it was it 20-25 yards. I think it was it was a brilliant finish. Even he started to pick up form, and rather than, I think Dicko has been by far the best player in that position when Ramsey's been out. We've tried James in the 10, which hasn't really worked. We've all admitted he's not a number 10. And I think it's nice to be talking about a huge positive result and talking about it in a really positive, happy manner. Just love it, man.
Yeah, I've just seen this comment here, which makes me laugh because obviously Graham had that little back and forth with Steve last week about don't leave early. Oh,
where's he gone? Oh, God. What's happening
Sorry about that.
What?
Sorry about that. That was weird. Can't believe Mr. Don't Leave Your Seat Early missed it. Does halftime not count then? That makes me laugh because obviously Graham's always saying don't leave, and he did. He went down to halftime for Bovril early, so there you go. Ryan take over. But no, I was going to say as well, Ryan. Go on, I want to start this conversation. By the way, there is a poll in the chat as well for people to vote about Marty. So let me know about that. But the goalkeeper, Ryan.
Oh God, I knew you were going to talk about Stolicek. Oh dear.
What do you think about the goalkeeper? What are your thoughts with him at the moment, mate? Because I mean, I've said it for a long time. I think he's crap, basically. I don't think he's a very good goalkeeper. I think he's a top half championship keeper, but I don't think he's a keeper that you can rely on. Or I don't think he's a promotion winning goalkeeper, which of course we probably won't. We're not a promotion winning team, right? We're not going to go up, a lot of people believe. So yeah, what are your thoughts on him at the minute?
I think he's been okay, but however, obviously in the Bristol City game in midweek, he made a bad mistake for the equalising goal, which really he should have saved, really. And obviously at the weekend, which was needless, really. Why would you play a silly short pass when it wasn't even on? All he had to do really was just kick the ball down the field. It was just an early Christmas present, really. There was no need for it. So, but I wouldn't change the goalkeeper. If you ask me that question, would I take Stolicek out? I wouldn't do, but I would say he's starting to come under a little bit of pressure. I would say. Because we've seen Begovic play, and he hasn't been too bad when he stepped in. So I think he'll come under a little bit of pressure if he keeps carry on making more mistakes.
Yeah. Well, we've got Begovic. We've got is it Vitesse, who we haven't seen yet?
Yeah, we haven't used him. I'm surprised we haven't seen him.
And obviously he played in the Europa League last season, didn't he? Was it for Real Betis? Was it Real Betis? Is that who it was?
Yeah, it was Real Betis, I think it was we signed him from.
So yeah, who knows? I'd have Jakobalde starting over Begovic. I mean, what do you think to that? Because Begovic had a couple good games, Ryan, but I think in the Southampton game where we conceded, was it three goals to Southampton? I think there were a couple goals in there which he should have done better on. So I think that's why Jakub came straight back in. But prior to that game, I thought Begovic was doing well.
Yeah, he was. I think there was some part of blame on him in the Middlesbrough game. For the equaliser where people were saying that he should have come and dealt with it, like come and catch it or punch it. You know what I mean? When really it wasn't completely his fault. It was mainly down to the defence in front of it. But yeah, I just think I wouldn't completely drastically panic over the goalkeeper situation at the minute. Just keep it as it is for now. But Stolicek has got to start performing better. Patterson's linked. That would be good, I think. I like Patterson. I think he's a good goalkeeper. I think he's better than what we've got at the minute. But Shane Madd's left, even though he had a mare at West Ham. I mean, according to some, Jakub is a better goalkeeper than Madd. So, although the person who said that is the same person who keeps saying sack Marty. So I'm calling you out, Clibber. I'm calling you out. No, it's all good. It's all love. We have bigger issues at the club, which I think, we can all agree on. Bigger issue. I think we need a left back over a keeper, Ryan. Would you agree with that? Yes, we do. Absolutely. Because we all know that side has been a major weak link. I think Lou Thomas, to be fair to him on Saturday, he played really well. I think he set up the first goal for Bobby to go down the lead. But yeah, he has had quite a few stinkers this season. But he's had a couple of decent games. That doesn't mean to say all of a sudden a brilliant fullback overnight. But yeah, I still think the left back is in need of an upgrade. And I know you're going to come on to this, and I know I've got a bit of stick about this striker situation, because obviously the Mikel Antonio links
Oh,
came
Antonio,
up.
yes,
It came up. That's another position that obviously needs an upgrade. That's a must. So, yeah.
Well,
I've come round to the thinking that maybe we could do with Mikel Antonio. Maybe.
Well, if it's a 6-month deal, I don't think it's going to do any harm, to be honest.
No.
But yeah, he might get us. I mean, look, if it's a free deal for 6 months, and it's, I mean, I don't even want to guess what the wages would be, but let's just say, let's just say 40k, right? Let's just say 30. Let's just say 30k a week. Let's just say that's what it is.
Yeah.
If he scores 5, 6, 7 goals, I'll take that. 5 goals, 6 goals.
That's fine.
Yeah, but I just think it's, as Farn says here, Antonio is a different option. And someone made a good point on the weekend. I saw somebody say that he's quite physical, obviously. It might do our defenders good, defending against him in training. It might help them a little bit as well. So he's meant to be a good vibe as well. He's meant to be a good guy. So yeah. Right. Okay.
Just one more thing. Just before you move on. Ben Nelson, I thought he was absolutely exceptional again. I think he's definitely, nailed his position now. I feel far more comfortable with him in the centre back alongside Vestergaard than Fast all day of the week. What do you think?
But yeah, for sure. Yeah. I think he's proven now why he should be starting every week. And I think he will. I think as long as he's fit, I think he'll play now for the rest of the season. I don't think there'll be anybody who comes in over him. So Antonio has one leg and not played for a year. We are supposed to be getting away from this. 6 months, Paul. If you can name a better striker who we can sign in January, then I'll back you, mate, for free. Name me a striker for free who we can sign who's better than Antonio.
Not many out there.
Fair play. There isn't. That's the point. So, all right, Ryan, mate, thank you so much. I'll speak to you soon, mate. All the best. Take care. Right, we've got loads of callers now. So up next is going to be, we'll get Charles in because Charles was first. It's going to be Charles. Listen, make a note of this order. This is the order. Charles. Oh, I've lost the fucking list. There we go. Charles, Adam, Gaz, Brandon, Tom, Ross. That's the order. There we go. Right. I'm pretty sure that's the order everybody came in. So, okay, Charles up next. Here we go. What's going on, mate?
Hey, can you hear me now?
All good? Got you loud and clear. Loud and clear.
It broke. I think.
I think it was better when I couldn't hear you, mate. So.
There we go. All right. Welcome from Texas. How are we all doing?
All good.
Good.
What a win, mate.
We agree on Marty, right? Or Marty in, but I disagree with Jacob. I think he's a good goalkeeper. Now, because I think we've got to stop playing out from the back. It's bullshit. I don't know who's telling him to do that. That is not, I mean, we're all doing it, but just play straight in front of the goal, that is like Russian roulette. And
Charles, he can't go long either. He can't go long either, man. He kicks it long and it goes out for a fucking throw-in.
Just practice on that, but you can't play from the back. I don't know what this all is. I had a few heart attacks with this. They're all doing it now. It's not right. I don't like it. And when it does backfire, it's embarrassing. But I don't believe Oliver skipped for it. It was logic. But there was a guy on the right.
It won't skip. It won't skip.
No. Was it? Yes, it was skip.
No, I'm saying it weren't Skip's fault.
Oh, right. Yeah. No, it wasn't Skip's fault. But yeah, there was a guy on the right. He should have played to the right. But I don't know why they just don't put through it when you're playing like that anyway. But Mikel Antonio, he actually played in the CONCACAF in June. So he is fit-ish.
Did he really?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, he played for Jamaica. I don't know whether he did anything, but he broke his femur apparently in a car crash. So that's a bad one. So he is a freebie. He's not on. He was released by West Ham. So give him a shot. I mean, if it's on a paper play or 6 months, well, we can't throw a lot of money at it because we don't know what he's like. But he can score goals. He's a good guy, So better than nothing. Better than what we got. Definitely.
Yeah, I'm just on his stats here. It looks like he apparently played. Apparently, he's played for the Premier League in the Premier League 2 this season, but I don't know how that would have happened because
No, I
He
don't know what
left
that
West
is.
Ham on the 1st of July, so that's a bit weird.
Yeah.
But I mean, look, he was at West Ham for 10 years. You know,
Yeah.
he joined West Ham from Nottingham Forest a long time ago.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think, you know, if it's a cheap deal, mate, in my opinion, if it's a cheap deal and he's, you know, if he's fit enough to run around for at least an hour, and
I say
he's
do
a
it.
bit of a threat physically, then I would do it.
Yep, I would definitely. So, sorry, I missed the other previous call because I was trying to work out what the hell was wrong with my audio. Anyway, so the Ipswich game, all good. Brilliant goal from Fatu, of course. Dakota doing good. It's all coming together. I think I got slagged on this before, but I think Marty knows his starting 11. Now, I think this is it. I think we've got rid of all the, the problem with Winks and the problem with Sumare. I think this is what we're going to go with. And I hope he doesn't start tinkering. The only thing he's going to do is he's going to drop Ricky P for any midweek games and play Chowdhury, I think. But Nelson,
well, you know what? One problem is, Graham. Not Graham. I called you Graham. Charles. Sorry, mate. Sorry. One problem though, mate, is obviously, he's kind of settled on this 11, yes, and there's been a lot of players missing, obviously. Yeah. Monga is apparently back this weekend, as is Aaron Ramsey. So he might, I don't know, he might tinker. He shouldn't. I agree with you, but imagine Ramsey comes in. I think you put Monga and Ramsey on the bench, and they are two very good players to have available on the bench.
I agree, and I hope Marty agrees with us as well. I think we should start the same 11, and then, as you say, bring them on because they're going to be great. They've got to earn their place, and I think they can. They are good enough probably to slot in, maybe. But that's good. At least we have a bit of competition now. Before I was looking at the bench going, who have we got? So,
and Ricardo should be okay because we have a game on Saturday, and then the next game after that isn't until the Friday, which is obviously Boxing Day. So nearly 7 days after. So those two games, I think maybe you could probably go back to back, same 11, and then obviously then it's a little bit different because we play on the Monday and then the Thursday again. So it might be a little bit. That's where you'll probably see a bit of rotation. But yeah, I agree. It's good to have those players available again. And Lord Skippington, the new engine in midfield. Can you believe it? What a player he's turned into somehow.
Well, he's like the guy he used to be, sort of getting there. I've always said in the past, this is not the same guy that played in that Norwich team or even for Spurs. I don't know what happened. So he's doing a lot better. He can be a lot better if I don't know. It's better than what we got, what he was playing for before. So he's definitely improved and good for him. Good, he's getting around. I just don't know where we are, like compared with as a team, where we are, whether we're good enough to go the playoffs. Because I was on the watching the Ipswich Town podcast after the game, and they were saying that we were crap. But they were crap. They said they just didn't get out of the firing. But it was interesting because obviously they played a lot of other teams, and they're saying, well, Leicester weren't that good. So I thought we played really well in the first half. I mean, but they were saying they just played really, really shit, like the worst game all season, apparently, that is for them. And then they had George Hurst up front, ex Leicester. He was terrible. And then McAteer came on. He didn't do anything either. So, but I don't know. I think we're going in the right direction. My view, we could do with a couple more in January, especially if we can offload Fass or Winks. Then it may give us some money to spend, or even on get somebody really good on loan, pay a loan fee. But definitely, going in the right direction. I just don't know how good we are. There's a lot of tech teams playing each other and winning, losing, and we're all clumped together in the middle. Obviously, Coventry and Middlesbrough have gone away at the moment. They're off to the races. They're going to take some hatching.
We'll
see.
You mentioned McAteer there, Charles.
Yeah.
Let me play this video in just a sec. It was of an Ipswich. Yeah, this is what the Ipswich fans have to say about Casey McAteer.
And then obviously we've got McAteer on later on, and mate, I'm done with McAteer.
Yeah, go. Obviously, we said before the game, this could be his big game. Obviously, he knows how to play compare a fair bit, doesn't he? That's why we signed him. And, you maybe felt like you saw Leicester fans online saying, oh, of all the people to score against us, it will be him. But he's a ghost on that right side, isn't he?
I don't know what else I can say about him. We said it at the start of the season, I think most of us, I don't understand the signing anyway. And I hate to be too negative, I really do, because it's a man who's just a professional footballer, do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, that's all it is, he's just doing his job. I think I'd like him, well, yeah, maybe not too well, but I think I'd like him to do his job elsewhere, do you know what I mean? I don't get the signing, I don't understand him, I just don't think he's right for Ipswich Town Football Club. Any chance he's had, he's not taken at all. He just doesn't look good enough for me. Yeah, it seems like a 12.5 million waste, I'll be completely honest.
So that means John Rodkin masterclass then?
And with JJ to Leeds. I mean, he doesn't
start.
James Justin isn't getting in the Leeds team. We already got 8 or 9 million for him. How much did we get for McAteer? Like 10, didn't we? Something like 10 million, yeah.
12. It was 12. Yeah, 12 million for Casey. Yeah, 12.
Yeah.
So
good money, well spent. Good money there. Good to get it in. Obviously, I don't know whether it's going to help. Too late for the PSR shit. Still waiting for that. I think the points reduction or whatever will come in the next 2 or 3 weeks before the new year. So then we'll know where we are. Hopefully it's 6. Hope it's not 12. But we don't know. So, what else have we got? Yeah,
I've got a quick question to ask you, mate.
Sure.
Before I let you go, Abdul Fatawu. Is that the best Leicester goal you've ever seen? What are you saying?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, if we were in the Premier League, it was better than Beckham's goal. Remember Beckham back in the day? Do you remember that? And he was like lauded as, oh, what a fantastic. That was better because Beckham just picked up the ball, looked up and hit it over the guy. Fatawu beat 2 players, nutmegged one of them and hit it from further out. That was 70 yards apparently. But I was holding my breath because it bounced and I thought it was going to go over the bar, but it didn't. It went in. I went, oh my God. Yeah, it's up there. It definitely is. Good for him. I keep doing it. I mean, it's like I just didn't see it coming. It came out of nowhere. I saw him look up and then whoosh, it was gone. So yeah, it was good. And the Porter Reeve goal was good as well. He scored 2 in a row now. Ayew scored 2 in a row. I don't know whether you want to touch on the Bristol City game. I know you probably don't. No, that was Mardy's fault. That was definitely Mardy's fault. 2-0 up and then was it JG off and Daka on? I don't know what the hell was going on. But he's made up for that with the Ipswich game. We totally destroyed him, I thought. I was holding my breath towards the end. Whoop, you gone? Okay. Well, anyway, I was holding my breath towards the end because if they got 3-2, I think we would have capitulated, I think. But anyway, come on back. You got issues as well, you see. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, it's my fat fingers, mate, pressing the wrong button. I was just going to quickly show this, Charles, before I let you go, just talking on the Abdul goal. Here you go.
Clark.
Go on, Abdul. Nice, here we go. That's what we want to see. Oh, he's confident.
Oh, he goes.
No way! He came off! Okay, oh my God, get on the chat right now. You have just seen one of the best Leicester City goals in years. Abdul Fatawu.
Yeah.
There you go. That was
World Cup tickets. My God, man. The first game's here in Dallas against Croatia on June the 17th. It's crazy. I'm holding off. I'm not going to even try. And I live here. So, but I think the stadium holds 115,000. And I think they're going to start. I'm not going to fill it. So I think I might be able to get a ticket maybe closer to the time. But these ticket prices are fucking nuts, Anyway. So anybody wants to come over, we
And don't forget, Rio Ferdinand says he's the man of the people. He was talking bullshit, wasn't he, about fucking whatever.
They keep going on about FIFA's a non-profit organization. Yeah, but have you ever seen FIFA? It's like the fucking Vatican. There's marble everywhere. They've all got like chefs and waiters and all these people. That's where it all goes. So then Yeah. All
right. See you soon, Charles, mate. Thank you so much.
See ya.
All the best. See you soon. Take care. Right, okay. I believe I said the next caller was Adam, if I'm not mistaken. So sorry if I get the list wrong, but I'm going with Adam. So get ready, Adam. Feel sorry for Bobby. His goal was terrific, and then Abdul goes and does that. I'm glad Daka has gone to the AFCON. He looks like an imposter of football. Anything Bobby Reid can do for Tower can do better. There was a comment there about the nutmeg. I agree. The nutmeg made it even better. Like, that's what made it better than Rooney's. That's what made it better than Beckham's. Nutmeg and then hitting it from that far out. Incredible. And the best part is it's his second time doing it. He did it for the Ghana youth team or whoever it was. He did it 4 years ago. 4 years ago. So, right, let's get Adam on. Hello, mate. What's going on?
Oh, can you hear me at all?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, I can't hear you at all. I can work it out from your mouth and it out.
If you got audio, could you not hear it? Oh, you can't hear what
Yeah,
I'm
I can like
saying.
hear the videos coming through when you're playing the clip, but it's not, for some reason your voice isn't coming through now. Let me just
come out and in again, mate. Come out and in again. Right, let's go to Gaz. We'll come back to Adam. Right. Oh wait, before we go to Gaz, I need to press something, don't I? You know what's coming. Hello, mate. What's going on?
All good, man. All good. You good?
All good, mate. Thank you for calling, mate. Good to see you.
And yourself? You recovered? You fully recovered?
Yes, mate. Although I did watch the WWE on Saturday night after the football. Sorry to bore anyone who's got nothing to do with who don't like WWE and John Cena. I'm boring people now.
Who doesn't love WWE? Who doesn't love it?
Exactly. John Cena retired. So that was a pretty somber moment, but no, all good, and we got a massive win, mate. How are you feeling after that one?
Buzzing, man. Buzzing. Yeah. Just when you think you know what's happening with Leicester, they go and do that. You know, you think you know where they are, and they pull out. It's great performance. You know. I wouldn't say it was like 90 minutes, but you know, you're not going to have that, are you? You're not going to have control of a game, especially at this standard. So no, it was good. It was good.
It was typical Leicester, like some of the dodgy performances that we've had, dodgy results, and then we go and spank Ipswich. I'll call it a spanking. It wasn't really towards the end of the game, but it was very, very good, very good.
I wouldn't say obviously the Fatau goal was insane. I texted you straight away. I was like, couldn't believe what I was watching. It was that kind of goal. But it was relaxed. Like, I was relaxed all up until like 60th minute, 70th minute. I was like, we're in the driving seat by here. We're looking good. But we were still a bit wobbly after we conceded. We just got this habit of, I think it's been there since Rodgers, man. We just got this habit of sitting back, like, or just inviting pressure on. And I think it's cost us on so many occasions now. But it's almost like the hardest thing to do after you concede is to just get someone to go and like sit on the ball and just like boss the game. And we're just missing those players, and we're missing that leadership, you know.
I think it was interesting seeing Marty. I mean, Marty was very animated on the touchline, and
he was up and down, man.
Yeah, and he was urging them to get forward. He was urging them to kind of
keep going.
And press higher, because as you said, like so many times, I mean, the Bristol City game, for example, right, where we kind of just invited them on, and that just, you know, it never works for us. No. I feel like we struggle to see out games like that. So yeah, it was good to see him that animated on the touchline, and not even just that though. Like, I just think in general he was very, I don't know, almost like, I don't want to say he's changed, but I feel like he's a lot more frustrated now when maybe the players don't do what he's asked.
Yeah.
And he's there shouting. So he's trying to get in their heads, and obviously it worked against Ipswich.
Yeah, I think he's made some statements, isn't he? You know, in his selections, he's made some big statements. I think leaving Winksy out, you know, he's not going near fast. Do you know what I mean? Because they just haven't delivered. You know, I know there are experienced players, whatever, but they just haven't delivered. And at this level, I think they should be the kind of players who could put their foot on the ball and slow the game down, speed the game up, just stand up and be counted. And they can both do one, mate. Get them gone. Get the pair of them gone. There's a big wages. You get transfer fee for a pair of them. Get them gone, mate. That's my.
No, mate. I agree with you. I agree with you. I saw an interesting stat today. I'm gonna have to try and find it.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can bring it up now. Who shared it? Let me think. Who shared? I think it was this guy. It was about Fass. There we go. Right. Let me bring this up. If I share my screen, Jamie Thorpe. That's who it was. Let me get rid of that in the middle of the screen as well.
Are you?
There we go. Okay, so it says this season, in the 12 games where Wout Fass has played 25 minutes or more, Leicester have won 2, drawn 4, lost 6, with only 1 clean sheet. In the 10 games where he has featured for fewer than 25 minutes, we've won 6, drawn 3, and lost 1. So there's a clear improvement there when he's not playing, when he's not in the team. And I don't think that surprises anybody.
No, and like when you talk about stats, we can talk about XG, we can talk about possession. It's winning and losing, mate. You literally you can wind it down to winning and losing. And do you know what? His attitude stinks. You're a professional footballer. He signed for the club. He knew he was coming. Leicester's, it's a massive club. And he's never treated it that way. I think even when we were Premiership, he was so lacking in like effort and just walking around. It wrecks me, mate. Players like that wreck me. Do you know what I mean? I think it's such an opportunity for him, and you could see him almost like I think he thinks he's bigger than the club, just the way he carries himself, and that's just get gone, mate. Do one.
I mean, Paul says here Winks should grow up, otherwise he's got Watford written all over him. I mean, the rumours are, Gaz, that he's talking to a club in Spain. That's the rumour at the minute, doing the rounds.
Perfect.
Sevilla.
Mate, suit him down to a T. I will go and play mid-league Spain. Go and sit on the beach, mate, and retire. That'll suit him down to a T, mate. You haven't got no dog in him at all. You look at the likes, right? I gotta be honest, right? I can remember watching some highlights of Skip when he was at Norwich on loan before we signed him, trying to suss the player out. And that was another player we've seen at Leicester yet. But, you cannot fault his effort. You just cannot fault Oliver Skip's effort. And I think when the results start to come, that effort then, it gets rewarded. Otherwise, it's just kind of running for the sake of it, like we spoke about before, haven't we? But, he's really looking like a good foil for Jordan James now. He's really looking like a good kind of like partner for him in that midfield. So fingers crossed, mate. I think if it's worked, just stick with it. Just stick with it, man.
I don't know about you. I think it's kind of a mix between just finding a really good partner with him in Jordan James, but also I just think maybe the run of games has helped him. Like, I feel like last season in the Premier League, he was only, he would only play 2-3 games in a row, maybe.
Yeah.
But look, let's not sugarcoat it. His performances were horrific. They were awful.
Yeah. Look,
and even at the start of this season, Gaz, man, he was crap. He was crap.
It was absolutely, mate, right? And I would completely agree with you. It's just not good enough. Like, not what you expect from a player. £20 million was playing for a Premiership club, but I think it's so different. Kind of being that go-to guy for like Leicester City in competitive games in the Championship and the Premiership, then sitting in a hole for like a Tottenham Hotspur team. You got Son, Maddison, you got all these like world-class players around. It's such a different position to play. But look, he's had no time, has he? He's come into a sinking ship in the Prem. He's had no time. He's had no chance really. So I'm tempted to just give him time. I'm tempted to just look. He's putting a run of games together. If he's a form player, great. Just get him on form. Just get him played, get him on form, and hopefully he can just keep driving in that middle because he looked good on the weekend, mate. He shut Ipswich down a lot. Little things as well, like charging down shots in the edge of the area, which those are the goal. Against Bristol City, that two of them go in and you're in trouble.
I'm going to say that it's 1, 2, 3. I'm going to say it's 5 good games from him in a row because he played left back against Southampton when Aluko got sent off, and he did okay. You know, he did well at left back. I would say. Centre back against Sheffield United, I think he did pretty well as well, considering the circumstances. Derby obviously played very well in that 3-1 win. Bristol City, I think he did fairly well as well. And then Ipswich, of course. I mean, I know Abdul Fattah, I think, got the official man of the match from the club, but our match ratings skipped one man of the match from the viewers. So it's you've got to say as well. I mean, we're crediting JJ for it. Obviously, we're saying that maybe because he's had a run of games, but also, Gaz, I mean, the manager's played a part. You know, if you're going to shit on the manager for players underperforming, like, you know, which people have rightly done, you've also got to credit him that he's got the best version so far at Leicester of Oliver Skipp.
Yeah, 100%. I agree. And then there's a lot to be said for that in, like, you know, tactically playing him, you know, where he's best suited. There's a lot to be said for that. So no, you're absolutely right. You know, there's no point in calling Marty out every time something goes wrong, and then when it goes right, it's the players. You know what I mean? He's part of that as well, and yeah. But no, just relieved. You know, a lot of relief. You know, we're looking at that game and a 3-1 loss plus this, you know, almost like the other end of the table, isn't it? It's that close in the middle of the championship. But you know, I think we're playing with the idea of the playoffs now again, just because of a win. 3 big games now. It's a QPR, Watford, and
it's QPR, Watford, and Derby again. Yeah.
Yeah. So like 3 big games. You know, games we've won, games we can take points from. You know, Southampton, you put 4 wins together, and you're right in the mix. So that's what the championship's going to be like this year. You see people dropping points all over the place. So yeah, let's see what points deduction is, if at all. You know, everyone always speaks with such certainty about these things, don't they? We don't know. So let's wait and see what happens. And you know, fingers crossed, some positivity in January. I'm flip-flopping now, aren't I? But probably Marty in at the moment.
Hey, well, you're not the only one, mate. Look at this for a flip-flop. Marty in 89%. Talking of flip flops, bloody hell! It's a summer day in Australia with all these fucking flip flops. But 89% of people have voted Marty, and I think it was similar on Saturday as well with the watch along. I think they did one. So
yeah, Kate made a really good point the other week. I seen the clip you posted up on YouTube as a short, and what do you do if Marty goes? What's the plan? You know, and she nail on the head. You know. I think I would much rather, you know, no one can predict the future, can we? But I would much Marty, you know, is the biggest flip flop ever. He's not wrong. But I would much rather, you know, see where we are in 18 months' time with him, you know, than try again. You know, it's you're on a hide into nothing, just swapping managers, just getting on that merry-go-round the new. So yeah, it's looking good. Miguel Antonio, I mean, give me him. Just get us a striker, man. Just get us some strikers in.
Yeah, 100%. Right, Gaz, I'm going to let you go, mate. Thank you so much for calling in, as always. Hopefully, we'll see you very soon. We'll see you again soon, mate. Nice one. Take care, Gaz. Right, up next, let me check my list. I wrote it down, didn't I? Adam. Oh, yeah, Adam, because his audio. Adam, can you hear me? Thumbs up if you can hear me. You can hear me. There we go. What's going on, mate? How are you?
Finally, I was really happy. We've had a good week, and then the bloody audio weren't working. So
all good, mate. Talk to me. You say a good week and a good result. How are you feeling on Saturday, mate? After that one, great game,
absolutely fantastic. Yeah, I mean, a couple of wilders. I mean, we've been quite blessed this season with a few cracking goals, really. Maybe over reliant, but it's good fun anyway. Yeah, I think if we end up doing something this season, I feel like we could look at this week maybe as a turning point. Not just the results, performances, but also I think Marty's found his team now, which I think is the most important thing. Like, even if we were saying a couple of weeks ago what we want and what actually Marty would actually put out, no one really knew. Do you know what I mean? So I think it'd be good, and then get players back. Ramsey back fit, Monga back fit, gives us better options on the bench. Saves us moving James in at 10 when we make them subs. So Yeah, I think it's quite positive. I think it's been a very, very positive weekend. A good timing where you've got lots of games back to back, so we can build some momentum now. We'll hopefully should be laughing to the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, what do you make to the? You just heard us talking there, but the flip flop, because it is a bit crazy. I find, like, if we lost on the weekend, mate, I would fully expect this to be 50%. But around 50-50. If we drop points in 2 games, I'd expect that to be like 30% Marty, 70% Marty out. I mean, it just seems to change so much every week. People can't decide whether they want him to stay or go.
Yeah, I mean, football's an emotional sport, isn't it? We know we know what we're like after a win. We're buzzing after a loss. We're miserable. But I've always pretty much been Marty in. It was only that Southampton game that made me question it. So I'm just glad he's got it working, because we don't want to keep seeing another manager every 6 months, because then we have the problems with the signings whether for all these different managers. So I just hope Marty can keep this up and he is actually the man to back.
Yeah. I mean, look, I keep saying it. I've said it for a few months now, but I just think, I just think this guy. Yeah, I don't want to be that club anymore. I don't want to be the second. We used to take the piss out of clubs like that. We used to take the piss out of Spurs. We used to take the piss out of Watford, and we were becoming the new Watford. And I just think, for me, like, I'm not saying give Marty the keys to the city. I'm just saying at least wait for a technical director to come in and decide. Let him come in. That's basically the bloke that you're trusting the short-term future of the club with, the technical director. So let him come in and decide for himself and decide what should happen with Marty. Because, with these results, even if we only, I'm not saying we're going to win 5-6 in a row, mate, but even if we win 2 every now and then like we just have, we will go clear of this relegation battle that was looking like, we were looking behind our shoulders for a few weeks, weren't we? And I think if you're clear of that, you've got a little bit more time to take a chill pill and wait and see with Marty. But I don't know. What are your thoughts on, like, promote? Are you bothered if we don't go up? Like, where's your head at with that? Because I think I said on the watch along last week, I'm not concerned. I'm not even thinking about promotion. I'm just thinking of long-term building, which I think will come. Like, we've seen some youngsters now. Ben Nelson finally took too long, but finally he's given the opportunity. We're seeing Bade Aluko come off the bench a lot. We're seeing Lewis Page come off the bench again now. Obviously, Monga was playing quite a bit for a 16-year-old until he was injured. I think we'll see more of these as time goes on. So tell me where you're at with the whole promotion thing. Are you even thinking about it?
I would be honest, I am. I think it will be a lot more telling when this point deduction's kind of all sorted out. Because depending on the amount of points, depending on how, then I'll be thinking if we get a 9 or 10, 12, something silly like that, then obviously it goes out the window. But I feel like with the squad of players that we do have, minus now like your Wyatt Fazzers and your Harry Winks, if you can go, what it's like in Championship, you can go on a run. I think I saw something. If you win like 7 games in a row, no team's never been in the playoffs. So all you got to do is get a little purple patch, and like if this is our start of our purple patch, and we can, and especially this time of the year where you got so many games, we can build a bit of momentum. But it all depends on this point deduction. My standpoint on everything, even with the manager, is no point doing anything until you got the point deduction. So we know what we're dealing with. If we only got like a 2-point deduction, and you think is Marty actually the man to get us promoted, then you think you might make a change. If you get kind of 6, 7, you think, well, we won't go down, we're not going to go up, but you may as well ride Marty out for the rest of the season. And I think it will obviously help with the PSR at the end of this season as well. So financially, promotion I don't feel is as important as it maybe was with the Enzo season, because obviously your Dackers, Mare, they're all going out of contract. You've got a lot of big earners coming off the books this season, so it'd be good to see the youngsters playing as much as we can. I think I'm still not so sold on Silko Thomas though. I was speaking to my friends about it after the game. They were kind of comparing him to Casey McAteer, that kind of first breakthrough season under Enzo. But I feel like I saw a little bit more from Casey than I'm seeing with Silko. Like a lot of pace, a lot of a lot of work rate, but maybe not a lot of product. Yeah, I know it's quite unfair. He's only played a few games, but
no, I don't think what you're saying is unfair at all. I think he's a bit of a, I don't know how I would describe him.
He's like a wing back. I feel like he'd suit a wing back role better than actually an out and out winger because he works hard, he's quick, but
I think he's the only word that comes to my mind is a runner. Like I just feel like he's a good player. I wouldn't want him on to chase a game, to try and chase a goal. But I would want him on in the situation that we had on the weekend, right, where we were 3-1 up. You kind of just need to just let the game die, basically. And I think he comes on and he does a lot of running, and he's fairly quick as well. So he's got a bit of strength, energy, as Niraj says here. So I just don't. Yeah, I mean, he's probably is a good squad. I think he's a good squad player. That's probably what I would say. He's never going to start for us, in my opinion.
Yeah, my mate said to me something, and he was like, he's sort of player that maybe in 2 seasons' time you sell for 2 million to a bottom end championship team. And I was like, that explains that so perfectly. I was like, that's bang on. So yeah, that's my kind of my worry. If we start getting injured, like if Atari gets injured, I know he's been a bit hit and miss, but on that right wing, I mean, you've basically got Fatu, you got Thomas, but then other than that, you put in Mavadidi or Monger out on the other flank. So as long as we don't get too many injuries and the point deduction isn't awful, I still think we could try and make a push for the playoffs. I really do. I look at the teams in there, and there's you see your Prestons are up there, and and I don't want to sound horrible, but you look at the names of the teams in there, you think, I still feel like they're gettable.
Yeah. Let me ask you this: were you at the game on Saturday?
Yes.
Is it the best goal you've ever seen live at Leicester?
Oh, so we've been debating this. It's either that or the Vardy volley.
Yeah, so the Vardy. So I keep seeing people talk about that and saying, obviously the Vardy goal was different because of the occasion, the team it was against, obviously in the title winning season. But I'm talking about the goal. Which goal is better? Just the goal. Take away the emotion. Which goal is better?
I think it might be Abdul's. In terms of the occasion and the actual goal, Yuri Tielemans is my favourite. FA Cup final. If you're going to put everything together, that's my favourite goal. But in terms of best, I didn't realise he megged him until we were showing, my missus when I got back. I was like, oh, he megged him as well. But yeah, it just felt like an age. Like it took. I heard it on the show on Sunday. How Kate was saying it just took ages. Felt like ages for that goal to go in, and it did. I stood there with my dad, just thinking, please, please. And then it bounced. I thought, oh, don't bounce over the bar now, please, because I'm on the side, so I couldn't quite see it properly. So yeah, but no, I'd say best goal. I'd say in terms of just the goal, that's the best one. Yeah.
I saw this funny little meme online yesterday, and it was about this was me showing my missus the Fatawu goal.
I texted her at half time. I put it in cap. I was like, score from the halfway line.
Here you go. The masculine urge to make a woman sit through a YouTube video she will not find funny or entertaining. That made me laugh. But that was. But I think that was a lot of men in Leicester on the weekend. That's for sure. But right, Adam, mate. Thank you for calling in, mate. Much appreciated.
Made it.
Nah, it's all good, mate. We'll see you again very soon, mate. We'll see you again very soon. Buddy. See you, mate. All the best. Cheers to Adam. Thanks to everybody who's called in. No more callers, by the way. We've got a list now, and no one new call in on top of that. Wait till next week if we're about. I think we're not playing next week, are we? So yeah. Okay. Tower's been shown as misses the goal as well. Right, my list I think is Reece, right? Yeah, it is Reece. Let's get Reece on. He wasn't going to be here, and he's changed his mind and he's here now. So let's get him in. Hello, mate. You're on mute. There he is.
Sorry, mate. You all right? How you doing?
All good, mate. How are you?
Yeah, not bad. A bit better than with the last 3 performances that have gone on. So yeah, a lot better.
Yeah, what do you make to recent life under Marty then, mate? Because it's a stark contrast. The last 3 games are a stark contrast to the 3 games before that, and I think the 3 games before that are completely different to the 3 games before that. I suppose, Reece, there is a worry that Marty at QPR, he was quite streaky. They did go through streaks, good streaks and bad streaks. And I don't think it would surprise anybody, really, Reece, if we turned up next weekend and got battered. So you know what I mean? It's just one of them.
Yeah, I will give the man credit, as much as I've been a big critic of his, that I will give him credit that he's back, that he has changed up the way we play, the way we set up. and there's a lot more intensity to go forward to attack, and we look a lot better defensively. Or there are still a few mistakes that we need to cut out. And Jakob didn't help me with my case yesterday on Saturday, did he? That was absolutely appalling because it's needless goals given away in that predicament. But I will say it's a lot better to see. Lots of players improved. Oliver Skipp looks like a man reborn. I think for now you have to persist with him. I think he's probably one of the most informed players at the minute in the team, and I think he does. Now we're seeing with Winks not in the team what he has to offer. So it's all good so far, but we still need to tweak a few things.
Go on. Yeah, you mentioned Jakob. Obviously, I give you and Clibbo banter about it, but I mean, do you think he's good enough, Reese? Come on, be honest, mate. Do you think he's good enough? Do you would you? I know it's difficult to say this because of our financial situation, and we need players in other areas. But if we could, would you upgrade in January on a new keeper?
Yes, I would. Yeah.
Okay.
I have to fall on my sword with that one. But like I said, I'll admit whenever I get things wrong. The thing that I'm most disappointed with is the amount of mistakes he's making, like the parries. And I've always been a big admirer of his goalkeeping skills. I never thought he was a better distributor than Mads. But in terms of an overall goalkeeper, I thought he was just a bit better than Mads. But I have to say the mistakes that he's making, and that one on Saturday, inexcusable. Just hoof it long. You've been doing it for the past 3 games. Just kick it long. There's no need to be stupid and quite pig ignorant and arrogant, to be fair, in that situation. So, I mean, I've seen links to the Sunderland goalkeeper. Is it Patterson, is it? I've seen those links
I like
today.
him. I like him.
Yeah, I do as well. I think he'd be an upgrade on Jakob, and I have to fall on my sword on that one. So I got that one wrong. But I will say, Mads is still on the bench. Mads is still on the bench.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, he is. I mean, his start at West Ham was fucking just awful. Absolutely awful. I swear there was a time where he, like in his first couple of games, there was 14 shots against him, and he conceded like 12, like all 12 of like 12 out of 4. It was nuts. But I'll tell you what annoys me, mate. I'll tell you what annoys me with Jakob more than his kicking, which is amazing. I find he can't catch a ball. Like every time, like for me, like obviously he catches a ball, but I'm saying a lot of the time he either parries it or he punches it, and that's fine, I suppose. Like if you can't catch it, punch it away. Don't try and make a meal of it. But for me, a goalkeeper at this level, mate, you should be able to catch a ball. I don't think he does it enough at all. I think it's always like a lot of the time it doesn't lead to anything. Like a shot will go at him, and he'll try and catch it, but he'll drop it. But there's no one around him, so it's all good. But there have been times where that's happened when he's been surrounded, and I think there was one goal we conceded because of that. And it's just like I find that frustrating as well. But yeah, this is another one. Pierce Charles at Sunderland, Shay Charles's brother, not Sunderland, Sheffield Wednesday. Sorry, he's a good keeper, young. He's only like 19 or 20, I think. He had a good game against us at the start of the season.
He did, yeah.
Let me ask you this then, mate. So I know you've spoken about Marty. Where are you at with regards to his future? Like, would you stick with him for now, or if it was up to you, would you still replace him?
It's a difficult one because I've not seen quite enough yet. I still would like a few more performances of the same caliber. But like I said, I'll give the man credit. He's changed things up, and we look a lot better defensively. We look a lot more solid. So, but did he make those changes too late? That's my only worry, because I think he should have made them during, that spell where we had loads of draws. We're drawn with Wrexham, we're drawn with West Brom, and all those games we draw. And that's when I think he should have changed it, personally. But he has changed it now, and hopefully it's just in the nick of time for when this point deduction comes in, because the players look like they know what they're doing now. Like the wingers, the fullbacks, they know their job. I think for now, he's got a little bit more time, just a little bit. Not for me. He's got a little bit more time, but we need to keep this momentum going because it's crucial with this points deduction coming up that we've come into form at the right time so we can pick up these points that we've missed out, and we could maybe even push for 6th, but it's a bit of a push for me. So, but he's got a bit more time, just.
Yeah, I mean, as a club, Marty is about as good as we will get right now. It's simple. There's another comment as well saying, that was about Jakob. Yeah, Jakob is like a common keeper. You get in a game that you really invest in, but will only ever have average stats. People are forgetting he never had a pre-season and was always playing catch up. Well, he did have a pre-season, but he was late. He missed the first 3 games, wasn't it, of pre-season? I think Andy King took. So, and then I think Marty maybe had 3 games. So, and of course, Greece. I do feel like Marty is quite often compared to Enzo, as in the start to the season, and I think that's unfair. I mean, Enzo Maresca. Yes, he had a very good squad. Marty on paper has really good players too, but Enzo actually built his squad in that summer. I mean, he made 5 signings that came straight into the starting 11, if not, backup players. Whereas Marty's had, basically Jordan James. I'm going to be honest. Like Aaron Ramsey's played 5 games for him, right? That's literally all Aaron Ramsey's played. He's basically got Jordan James, who we all can agree is I think a lot of people's favourite player at the minute. So I would just be excited to see what would happen, Reese, with the summer under Marty, with money spent on the squad, on players he wants. I think that's quite an exciting prospect for me. I know Uncle Clibbo sat at home thinking no fucking chance, but I would love to see it. And I think, Reese, there's something to be said about how he's the only manager to never be backed in their first summer. Summer. Rude doesn't count because he never had a summer.
I have to. I've always said that about him as well, because again, Enzo weren't facing point deductions, he weren't facing PSR, he could spend what he wanted, and he brought in the players that he wanted. Whereas I will say Marty hasn't had any money to spend, but obviously he knew the situation coming in the door. Like, we're not going to spend any money, but so he didn't have to sign the contract. But no, that's where I do have a little bit of sympathy towards him. That he hasn't. Because I do feel like he can't play his proper system at the minute. He can't play the way he actually wants to play and build the way he wants to play with the high fullbacks. Because obviously you can't do it with Luke Thomas and Ricardo. So you have to adapt. So that's where I think he has got it wrong a little bit. But I do think under a summer, maybe he could pull some out of the bag. We don't know. But I don't know. It's a tricky one. But I'll give him credit. He's changed it up. We've got some results. But let's just keep going. And like I said, I'm always happy to be proven wrong. And if he keeps going, I'm all for the guy.
100%. Reese, mate, thank you for calling, mate. Much appreciated. Good to chat to you. Hopefully we'll see you again soon, mate. All right? Yeah. Nice one, mate. Thank you so much. Right, up next, I think, is Brandon. It is Brandon. Get ready, mate. Here he is. Here he is. From one Marty outer to another. Let's see if we've got another flip-flop on our hands. Talk to me, Brandon. Marty in or Marty out? Join the dark side.
Still leaning towards out. Because it's like you said a minute ago. Marty historically has been very streaky, and I don't know. I'm still, if he could put one more game together like we did the past 3, I will turn. But still, I'm 50-50 right now. And the thing I wanted to come on here and talk about is I've been making a lot of noise in the comments. I am sick and tired of everybody referring to Winks as a Rolls Royce. He's had one good year his entire career under a brilliant manager. Like Enzo, for us, was brilliant, and for Chelsea, I mean, he won the Club World Cup, and they're doing way better than they were 4 or 5 years ago. So, and the same thing with like Jakob and Mads. I think they're both crap. Like, they're both terrible goalkeepers. Mads, his one good year was under a brilliant manager. So that's my thing about that.
Do you prefer Begovic to Jakob?
I think I'm more. I mean, I play a lot of Football Manager. I'm more of a build for the future. So I know Jakob is 24. He hasn't really performed. I don't know. Don't know if I can pronounce the Spanish guy's name.
Really? The what?
The Spanish guy's name.
Oh, okay. Vitesse.
I would give Vitesse a chance. We haven't seen him. He's a big guy. He was playing for what was it, Real Betis?
Yeah. Well, he's not a youngster though.
Yeah, he's like 27, but I mean, still for a goalkeeper, that's pretty young.
I thought you were gonna say Stevie Borsa.
No. I've watched a couple youth games, and he has a tendency to leak goals, just like Jakob at the near post.
He's only 20 though. He's only 20, so there could.
I would say give him 2 more years. 2 more years, and then blood him then. Which I think he's played a couple Carabao Cup games in the past.
I think he did play in pre-season as well, at 1 or 2 games. So, I think he has had a bad injury as well. I think he's
had a couple.
Back. But this, I mean, Ryan says here, Brandon, this is a good opportunity to. I mean, the FA Cup is next month in like 4 games time, so that might be an opportunity to play Vitesse for once to see what he's got in his locker.
I would play him before that. I just think that goal on the weekend was just, I mean, it's just, what were you thinking? What were you thinking? They had the high press on. You saw it. There was 4 or 5 of Ipswich players in the box. Just kick it long. We know your long kicking sucks, but just kick it long. Just get it away from the goal. Like, I mean, it just blows my mind. What were you thinking? So
yeah, no, I hear you, mate. And the thing that annoys, I mean, Jakob as well, when he goes long, I think it goes out a lot of the time as well. Like he struggles to keep it in when he goes long. So yeah, there was a comment here about Winks that you mentioned. With Winks, it's all ego. He needs to be put on a pedestal and get buttered up by the manager. That's what Enzo did. It doesn't work how the team is now, though, because I think we need grafters, right? We need grafters in the team, and he's not one of them. That's why you're seeing Oliver Skip thrive. That's why you see Jordan James thrive, because they play for the shirt. They run around a lot. They've got high energy, and Winks is probably right now at this stage of his career, Brandon, made for the Spanish league. It's probably where he's best.
I would say it actually goes back to the Italian league. I mean, he played for Fiorentina, I'm pretty sure.
It was
Fiorentina?
It wasn't Fiorentina. No, it wasn't Fiorentina, but it was. He got relegated, I think, Harry Winks, with the team he played for in Italy. I'll tell you now. It was
a team in blue.
Sampdoria.
Sampdoria, yeah. I mean, I know that he almost went there before he came to us. But like you said, they got relegated. I mentioned multiple times that I don't think we're going to buy in January, but with Marty actually freezing out Winks, I could see Winks trying to push for a move, which would help out obviously whichever fee we got for him. If you gave me 10 mil, I don't care. That's fine. We'll take it. I'll take 8 million. I'll take whatever you could give us, because he's on high wages. So that would give us probably, if we could sell like Foss and Winks, that would probably give us about a budget of probably about 8 to 10 million, maybe. So I think with that we could bring in a striker and a left back, and that's what we need, and then send Carranza back, and which is so sad because I was all for Carranza. I still kind of want to give him a run of games, but I think it's unfair to judge him because during his time where he was playing, the service to him was crap. We were still playing that let's pass to our wingers, let's pass to Fatu and Mabadidi, and just hope they do something crazy, and while they're surrounded by 4 or 5 defenders. I would like to see Carranza come back in in a system that looks like he's actually getting good service, and just give him one last chance before we send him back.
Well, there's yeah. I mean, there's no Dhaka now, right? Dhaka's African Cup of Nations. So we've got Ayew and Carranza, and obviously then on the bench you've got Jake Evans. So yeah, I think a lot of fans would probably prefer to maybe see a bit of Jake Evans over Carranza. But I hear what you're saying for sure. Like I don't see the harm in, now that we are creating more chances. I think we absolutely should probably give Carranza an opportunity.
With Jake Evans, I think I personally would prefer him on the right as backup to Fatu. We really don't have somebody that could come in and relieve Fatu. I mean, he's played every single game. I think a lot of the earlier games that he was having really bad games, it was just due to fatigue. He was playing every single minute. So I think having Jake Evans as a backup, I mean, he's really not a real goal scorer. I mean, a lot of he can score goals in the under 21s, but a lot of his talents is like the flair. He's a very flashy like player, and where you need that is on the wings. So I would use him as backup to Fatu, and I would, like I said, I would give Carranza like 2 or 3 games, and if he doesn't perform, send him back. And like I personally like big, tall, aggressive strikers. I think that's coming back around in football, and I think that's what we need to go for. I think we need to stop looking at all these fast football players that can run onto the ball, because we just don't have the players right now that to provide for them. We need a guy that's willing to hold the ball up, put an elbow into somebody and hold the ball up.
Yeah. No, I hear you, mate. I hear you. I think, like I said, I don't think there's any harm. I don't think there's any harm at all in trying him again now that we're getting more opportunities, more chances in front of goal. So, yeah, I'd agree with you there. Brandon, mate, thank you for waiting. Thank you for calling. I appreciate your call, mate. We'll see you again very soon, all right?
Have a good one.
Cheers, mate. All the best. All the best. Right, we've got Tom up next. So get ready, Tom. Evans is not a striker at the professional level, not physically capable of it right now. Is Dhaka the only one we've lost to AFCON? Yes. Ghana did not qualify, so Ayew and Fatawu are still going to be at the club. I believe in Jakob. He's got time to develop, as well as him making crucial saves in certain matches. There was another one here as well. Casper used to kick long and out of bounds too. It's not a bad thing to do. Yeah, I think it depends on the situation. Obviously, it's better than kicking it long and out of play than what he did on Saturday, right? Just giving the ball away and leading to a goal. So, right, okay, let's get Tom in with us. Hello, mate. What's going on?
Yes, Locks, you all right, mate?
I'm good, mate. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad, thanks. Not too bad.
Good.
Congrats for going to the game and seeing the goal. I'm jealous. I'm jealous of you for seeing that.
Oh man, it was great. Yeah, what a goal! What a goal to see. I keep saying it's easy to forget the Bobby goal as well was incredible. You know, both goals were really good, and are you on the score sheet as well? You don't see that too often.
No, you don't. Nah. You know, I was actually, because I don't get to games very often. I've been very lucky to go to some great games, some historical games. But I was really trying to wrap my brains around the best goal I've seen, and there's not many to choose from, man. I think all the good goals I've seen have been for the opposition.
It's a weird one. It's like, I mean, I said it earlier, to Adam, but it's like it's hard because you have to kind of take into account maybe the context or the opposition you're playing against. But if you go purely based off just the goal, nothing else, then I think it's got to be up there. It has to be up there.
I think it's still close between that one and Vardy's one, and I think Tielemans' FA Cup final goal as well was pretty special. But yeah, those 3 stand out in particular, I think. Obviously we've taken a bit of a turn. It's feeling a lot more positive now. I mean, the last 3 games, the halftime scorelines have been what? 3-0, 2-0, 2-0. Is that right? The last 3 games. And it's kind of made me think, well, we were 3-0 up at Derby.
I was just gonna bring it up. Yeah, so it was did you? Yeah, so Derby 3-1, or Leicester 3, Derby 1, Bristol City 2, Leicester 2, and Leicester 3, Ipswich 1. Yeah.
Yeah, but the halftime score lines, we were it's an aggregate of 7-0 at halftime in the last 3 games, and I've been thinking, like, obviously it makes you think, where have we been all season? And I think it does show that we're still massively underachieving compared to where we should be with the level of players we have. But obviously, I think Marty has made the right move in stopping to play some of the kind of outcasts and the people who have been dragging us down, and bringing in Nelson, bringing in Skip, and Dick Cordova-Reid, players who they seem like they're really kind of fighting for the shirt, and they really want to put in the effort. So that's been good to see, and I think that's made a massive difference. I can't wait. I feel like we've been saying this for years, man, but I cannot wait to get rid of some of this deadwood that are just hanging around until the end of their contracts or whatever. Like, I think we desperately need to move them on and to build a new team, like a new squad with players that desperately want to be here. So hopefully, I doubt we're going to be able to do much of it in January, but hopefully in the summer we can. What I wanted to ask, Lux, is obviously we've got this points deduction hanging over us, and I think it's annoying, right? Because I look at the table and it's like, oh, like, cool, we're knocking on the door of the playoffs again. I think we can make the playoffs. But then you remember, oh yeah, but wait, we're probably going to get a 9-point deduction in the next few weeks. And so it makes it really difficult to actually look at the table and think about what we can do. I wanted to ask you, what sort of points deduction do you think, like, we can take and still have a chance of the playoffs? Do you think if we get 9, that's it, this kind of season over, mid-table, or like maybe if we get 6, we still got a chance? Like, what do you reckon?
For what? For promotion? For
playoffs? Let's say to get in the playoffs. Yeah.
I think anything over. Let me just quickly look at the table.
The table's still very tight, right?
Yeah, of course. So I think. Seeing as though we could literally technically be in the playoffs after the next game. I think 7 points or 8 points. I do think it's that high. I mean, a lot of people would say, 6 maybe at a push, but I think if we got an 8-point deduction, I think we would still finish top 6 come the end of the season. It might take a few weeks or a couple of months to get back in there, but I think we would do it, to be honest, mate. And I just think we have a squad that are capable of going on a bit of a run. I'm not saying it's definitely going to happen, but I think yeah, we can still finish in the playoffs. Whether we'd go up or not, I'm not sure, because you know what Leicester are like. I think we do have a bit of that bottle job gene in us a little bit, I think, especially in the last kind of 4 or 5 years, or 3 or 4 years. But yeah, I think 8, anything over 8 points, I think it would probably be curtains. To be honest with you. So, but what about you? What do you reckon?
I mean, I think if we start that run, we have got 7 points in the last 3 games. I think if we keep that going, I think we can't afford many more slumps in form like we've had. We need to, I hope that we've turned the corner now, and we need to be like getting enough points as if we were going for the kind of title. If we're gonna take a points deduction and still get in the top 6 from now on, we need to really be on on top form. And I know we've got some winnable games coming up, so hopefully, like, before we even get that points deduction, whenever it comes, if we can like cement ourselves back in the playoffs, then if we take a hit, we can climb back up the table again. And so I am hopeful. I do wonder, though. I was saying a few weeks ago, I was saying, do you know what? This might not be a bad season to get a points deduction, because it didn't look like we were going to achieve anything this season. And I thought, as long as we don't get relegated, maybe let's just get it out of the way. And part of me still does also think that, because I just think if we did get promoted with this squad, we are miles away. We are miles away from having a team that's capable of competing in the Prem. I mean, last year we got absolutely hammered. And, we still had Ndidi, El Kanous, Hermansen. We still had some players that were, I would say, like Premier League quality. And this squad, other than maybe like Fatawu and Jordan James. That's probably about it. I'm struggling to think of anyone else who's so, and also, you know, so we would have to make a massive investment, but I don't think the club's capable of doing that. So is it worth getting promoted this season to just get spanked again and come back down? Like, or is it, you know, should we take the points here? If we take the points here and don't go up, then at least we can rebuild and hopefully get a squad that's in a bit of a better shape. I don't know. What do you, obviously there's the financial incentive to going up, and I get that. But last season was just awful. So going through that again isn't particularly attractive.
Yeah, I'm not going to lose any sleep, mate, if we don't go up this season. I think it might actually be a blessing in disguise, to be honest with you, getting a full summer next summer, build on top of what we've already got, getting Harry Winks out the door, Wout Fass out the door. I want to say Bobby, is it Jordan Ayew or Bobby Reid? Which of them? I hope it's Ayew, but I think it's Reid actually. So, but still, getting rid of some of these higher earners and stuff like that. We're going to be saving millions on the budget as well next summer as well. So, yeah, I wouldn't mind it if we stay down. I think if we stay down, yes, it's going to be a difficult division next season because you're going to have like Wolves, Burnley, probably Wolves, I should say, but Burnley, maybe Leeds, you know, they're going to be back down. It's going to be a tough division for sure, but I'd fancy us to go up. But yeah. Right, Tom, thank you, mate, for calling in. Very much appreciated. Hope we'll see you again soon, mate. All right?
Cool, man. Oh, and by the way, the watch-alongs have been fantastic this year. I've been tuning in, and yeah, they're great to watch. So big up you and the other guys as well. It's quality.
Great stuff, mate. Thank you so much. Take care, pal. We'll see you soon. All the best. Cheers to Tom. Much appreciated. Right, we've got one final caller of the night here. I wonder who it could be. Hold on a second. Let's see.
And his name is John C.
That was louder than I remember it. Oh, it's John Cena. Oh, my God.
I told you I was going to do it.
What's going on, mate? How are you?
I'm a man on my word, Locks. So, how we doing?
I'm good, mate. I'm good. Good stuff. Good.
Good.
Are you gonna sit there with the belt the whole time?
Yes, because it covers my belly. So yes.
Oh, so that's why John C. Yeah, okay, yeah. That's a good tactic. That use the belt.
It is a good tactic, isn't it? So, you know, before we get on to that, I mean, do you know what? Right call. It was awesome to watch, and if anyone was going to retire him, it had to be Gunter. So yeah, what a career!
No, it didn't need to be. No, it didn't need.
Do you know what though? 2025, end of the day, John Cena and Vardy retire. Well, I don't mean retire, but Vardy leaving Leicester as the GOAT, Cena retiring as the GOAT, two GOATs in the same year. You know, it's a bit heartbreaking, but that's part of life. So.
Well, it is what it is, mate. It is what it is. Talk to me about the football. How are you feeling after that game, mate? Because what a win that was on the weekend.
Do you know what? We always tend to do well against Ipswich at home. And obviously last season proved it. How bad were we last season? We still beat Ipswich 2-0. Makes it interesting that Vardy's last goal and Casey McAteer, ironically's goal against Ipswich, that might have been the goal that got him over there. And they're not a big fan of him, are they? To be fair, which is sad because I love McAteer, but that's part of life.
Do you love him?
In that first championship season, he would play, you know, and I was a Premier League, just wasn't on that level. But obviously, he's one of our own, isn't he? You know, come from the academy and that. So, yeah. But we need to put some respect on Bobby D. Cordova's name. You know. I think the last 3 games he's scored. You know, obviously it's the first goal against Derby when we beat them, which was awesome. I happened to witness it. It was fantastic seeing, you know, us win a game at last away. And then obviously against Bristol City, which we should have won that game. But, well, first off, obviously, if I said to you, Locks, before the Derby game, the next 3 games we're going to take 7 points and we drew against the side that were in the top 4, Bristol City, top 6, something like that. You take it any day, 100%. Obviously, we all know what goal we're going to talk about. Obviously, Bobby D. Cordova's was great. I want to put something on that goal first. Great, good setup by Luke Thomas, and what a fantastic strike from Bobby Reid. You know, that right foot, it was slowly going in. That's a beautiful goal. And Trattable's goal, I mean, what can you say? Absolutely fantastic. You know, and unfortunately I couldn't go on Saturday because I was out working and I went to my work do. I'm still hanging now. No, I'm not much. I really no. The best goal I've seen live. I know you might ask me that is Muzzy. Is it over a kick against Grimsby in 2002? That'll never ever top that. Sorry, but it won't. It's the way he took it. Andy Impey cross. Muzzy is over a kick bump on a cold November night in 2002. So yeah.
That's your favourite goal that you've ever seen?
That's my favourite ever goal I've ever seen live. Anthony Knockout's against Huddersfield in 2012. They were beautiful. The first goal and the second was the second goal is never done again. If you ever watch it, if you go back and watch it, he's never done that same goal again. So, but I want to touch on something. I don't know if anyone's brought it up because I did lose a bit of signal while I was watching it. Ticket prices for a certain M69 derby in what's it called? In January. All right, I'll step out a second. So they are the ticket prices for Coventry City away from home. Bearing in mind, we charge them 35. That is an absolute disgrace. You know, I don't usually. I love to go to every game, you know, but based on them prices, I ain't going. It's a disgrace. You know, it's one of our biggest games of the season and stuff like that. And that, yet, just because they're flying high, they have the rights to charge for £45. It's an absolute joke. They charged Birmingham that, if I'm not mistaken, which was an absolute disgrace. They charged West Brom that as well. West Brom did a boycott as well. I think they only took. Sorry, I'm leaning my phone. They only took about 1,000 or something. West Brom. I just wish we do a boycott, but I just know that's not going to happen. Because obviously there's people that have never gone to the Rico before, and I would say you always want to cheer your team on. Of course you do, but when them prices are absolutely ridiculous.
Are you going?
I know. I can't have moan at prices and then go because that made me a hypocrite. So I decided I'm not going. Unless my dad says to me, "Oh, Ross, I'll get you for Christmas." But I said to him, "Dad, don't do that because spend £45 on something else, not on that." Don't get me wrong. I want to make the people clear in the chat. I want to go to this game, but we're getting priced out, not just by Coventry in general. So you look at the ticket prices this season. I've been to away games this season. Hull charges £24. That's £21 cheaper. Derby, consider that's an East Midlands derby, whatever. I don't care what people call it. They charge us 28. You know.
Yeah.
Wales, Preston 30. You know, there's a few others. Obviously, if we charge them a ridiculous price, we should expect that back. Sheffield United, we charge them 35. They charge us 33. Understandable. So we only charge Coventry 35. So I was expecting it to be 35. 45 you're getting priced out. You know, you're working. Everyone, obviously, we all work. We all earn a living doing a lot of what we want to do. We want to be there week in and week out. But I feel like that we're getting priced out in football. But Coventry will have a reality check that owner if they do get promoted because they can only charge 30 in the Prem. That's a reality check because they're in the Prem. I just wish we had a cap in the Championship because they've got 30 in the Prem. I think we should have 30 in the Championship or lower. I don't know how anyone else thinks in the chat. I can't see chats today. Don't come up now.
Mate, it's oh shit, does it not? That's my
No,
bad. I turned that off. No,
that's all right.
That's my bad. I turned it off a while ago. Let me click.
I know. I mean,
you should see it.
I didn't expect to ranting about that in a John Cena outfit, but it has to be said.
I was sorry. I was just going to quickly say, Ross. I mean, it's difficult for Leicester fans themselves to get tickets to games as well because by the time it gets to general sale, okay.
Yeah.
By the time it gets to general sale, a lot of the lower end tickets are already gone. So then by members. So then you've only got the high end tickets, which are like what 40, 50, 60 quid. Some of them 60 quid. And if you've not got a season ticket, it's not possible for a lot of fans to go. I mean, I only went on. I only went on the weekend because Graham bought my ticket. There you go. Graham bought mine.
Sorry, can I just
Got
take
his
it? I mean,
what
I've never spoken to Graham ever, but can I just say, LOL, you missed that goal. It's your own fault. So sorry. I can't believe that you went down to get a Bovril and you missed what arguably one of the greatest goals ever scored at the King Power Stadium. Unlucky to you, but anyway. Besides, we're just back to besides the point. I just think it's an absolute disgrace. Last season, so I was talking to our Mr. Whistle was live early on TikTok, and last season we went to Old Trafford 3 times. They charged us 3 different prices: £30 for Prem, which is fair, that's capped. 48 in the League Cup, 62 in the FA Cup. Altogether, £140 to watch us lose 3 times at Old Trafford. And that was a good boycott, to be fair. The Man United one, the FA Cup one, because we only took 1,000. Because people have never gone to Old Trafford before. I've got a chance to get a ticket because the Union FS didn't go. A lot of people didn't go. I didn't go. I'm not obviously if it's a ridiculous price, I ain't going. The only reason I went to the League Cup match because I couldn't go to the league match because I was working, so that was a compromise. So, but just before obviously you wrap up, I know you've been on for a while, but I think hopefully get rid of these Deadwood. Nelson and Vestergaard are a great pair, and I said this at the beginning of the season. I said Vestergaard and Nelson are a great pairing. You just need time to gel. Yes, Vestergaard's not the quickest, but he's really controlling on the ball and he can make a pass. Nelson's got that pace on him and he can defend as well. They had a great game on Saturday. I think that's probably their best game as a partnership. And I don't ever want to see Wildfires in a thing again. I mean, and thank God we got rid of Danny Ward. If you saw that clip I sent you. The effects of AI. Well, imagine if that were real. Stealing a wage for 7 years.
I would say, I think it was Vestergaard. I think it was a really, really good game by Vestergaard. I know, obviously, we'll talk about we talk about Nelson a lot, and he'll get a lot of the plaudits. But I thought Vestergaard had an excellent game on the weekend. Yeah. So that was good. It
did,
see.
And obviously, I know he didn't have a calling show last week, obviously regarding the Derby game. But I tell you what, when it was 3-1 down, he did an excellent block. Because if that had gone in for 3-2. We will be absolutely shitting ourselves.
Agreed.
So, but no, I feel obviously on Saturday against QPR, obviously it's gonna be a tough game before Christmas. Again, they're charging ridiculous price and all £37 as well.
Yeah,
which I think is wrong, absolute wrong. But hopefully we can win. And then if obviously you're asking a question, I'm Marty out. I asked me after we played Sheffield United on New Year's Day. Because obviously I'll be going to that. It's a long 20-minute journey for me from my house to Bramall Lane. Such a long journey. But well, who knows? Imagine now we can beat QPR, Watford, Derby before we play Sheffield United. 3 more wins out of that. It'd be absolutely insane. But
and we'll be in the playoffs. And we'd be in the playoffs.
And I'll leave it with that. Obviously, salute. Thank you, Mr. Cena. No, thank you, Mr. Cena. It was not. I was honest. You know what? Everyone saw, people cry over wrestling. I grew up watching this man. I grew up watching all his matches and stuff. You love to hate him and all his you can't see me thing. He did that as a dare by his brother, and now for 23 years, people think he's invisible. Stuff like that. But do you know what? What a way to go, though. The time on a tradition, you always lose on the way out. And do you know what? He was the right man. I don't care. I'll argue with this afterwards. Good locks. He was the right man to beat him. Tapped him out too, with that smile on his face. So
hey, I just saw a can of Budweiser there, mate.
Yes, that's what's leaning. That's what's leaning on this thing at the minute.
Okay.
So, there we
go.
Ross,
I'm going to let you go, mate. Nice one. All the best. Take care, mate. We'll see you again soon. Mate. Cheers. Bye. There's John Cena. Can you believe I just spent 15 minutes talking to nobody? It was just me on screen. Can you believe it? No. I was going to say as well, just a quick one from me, by the way. Are there any Foxes Trust members in the chat? Let me know. Is there anybody in the live chat that are members of the Foxes Trust? I want you to drop a message now. If you are, please say yes if you are a Foxes Trust member. So You can still become a member if you feel like it, but for what I'm about to talk about, that's not really relevant. So the voting is now open for the Foxes Trust. You can now vote because it's the election, board election coming up over the next couple of weeks. If you are a member, you would have had your email today with the statements for each member and stuff like that who are going for the election. I can say that Steve Potter, is one of the people who's running for election, and also Ian Basin, who we had on last week to talk about the Foxes Trust and the election. He's also running again, rerunning for election. So yeah, just a bit of a heads up, really. If you are a part of the Foxes Trust, you would have had your email by now. You can vote. Or I've read through all of the statements. I personally think that Ian and Steve are the two best options to vote for. Although you do get 4 votes, so there you go. But yeah, just a heads up, that's all. So I know Steve is very focused on ticket prices, what me and Ross were just talking about. So if you go to Elm_665, you can see Steve's statement. He posted it on Twitter. And he's very focused on season ticket prices and ticket prices and stuff like that. But yeah, we're going to end it there. So thank you to all of the callers tonight. Thank you to all the commenters as well. Very much appreciated. If you can hit a like on the video, that would be absolutely brilliant. Anil and Doc are on for the analysis tomorrow. So you can look forward to that one. A good result, a good performance for once to analyse. So make sure to watch on tomorrow, 7 p.m. Thanks all. I'll see you again very soon. I'll see you on Wednesday, Foxes Den. But again, like I just said, make sure to be here for... And hype, yeah. Tower says it here. I still don't know what hype means. I don't know how you do it. I think you do it after the video. So anyone watching this back, click hype down below. Cheers all. See you soon. Bye-bye. No more 200 grand, but our new sponsors, The Beautiful Frame, have smashed it with this Jamie Vardy piece. It's unreal. They're a local Leicester business as well, which makes it even better. And not just City, they do prints for other clubs as well. So it's perfect if you are stuck for a birthday or Christmas present for one of your friends or family. Now, the best bit, they have sorted BTG viewers out with a discount. Just use BTG12 at checkout for money off. BTG12. Grab yours now at thebeautifulframe.com. The link is down below.